Microphone check. 1, 2. Here we go. Daily problem. Dang, I should have done yesterday's problem. But I forgot. Find the missing elements. Just did this one recently. You're given an integer array nums consisting of unique integers. Originally, nums contains every integer within a certain range. However, some integers might have gone missing from the array. The smallest and largest integers of the original range are still present in nums. Return a sorted list of all the remaining integers in this range. If no integers are missing, return an empty list. Alright, so every integer within a certain range. So I say the smallest and largest are still in there. So maybe we can sort the nums. That way we know, like, it's not the ends. And then I guess we gotta check every integer within a certain range. So some integers might have gone missing. Okay, so I sort them, and then I know I'm gonna need all of those. Do I need to sort them, man? Or sure, sorting them is not the best, but it's okay because I just really need the minimum and maximum. But I'll just sort them just because it's already typed out. And then I'll create a set of all the numbers. And then I guess we know the smallest number. And then the largest number. And then if that number is not in, if it's missing from that set, then that's the missing number, or that's a missing number. So if set dot find is not there, then this is a missing number, right? Maybe. How do you do sets, man? This weird syntax? What did I do wrong? Oh, I didn't make it a set or unordered set. Same thing, kinda, not really. I guess it doesn't need to be ordered for us. Alright, easy daily problem. What should we do? Should we just do the contest? Hold up. I'll be right back. I'm gonna get some water, I'm gonna use the bathroom, and then we're gonna do contest 513. Be right back. Alright, shit. I'm back. Here we go, man. About to do this contest. Oh. Let's see what we got. Maximize pair strength using GCD. Oh, GCD. You're given an integer array nums. Choose exactly one pair of distinct indices I and j. The strength of the pair is defined as nums I times nums j divided by the GCD squared. Return maximum strength over all possible pairs and 2000. Should I just brute force that, man? So wait, how do you do every possible pair? I plus j, I plus 1? Excuse me. So we're saying nums I times nums j divided by, should I just use long? Is this gonna time out, man? I don't know if it's gonna time out. This one's not even finished. It's crazy. Alright, the answer is not looking good. They got 15, but I got 7. So it should be 3 times 5, 15, and this should be 1, but it's saying 7. Oh, because I got this wrong. It's GCD to 2. Bones Dog, what's poppin'? Alright, should I send this? Jesus Christ. Overflow, man. I knew it. I knew some junk like that was gonna happen. Should I hit that with a long too? Software tools, how you doing? So much LeetCode, I'm starting to think you're trying to get a job. Man, I've always been doing LeetCode. What you talking about? Welcome. Every time I see you doing this, I need to get back to this grind. Yeah, I guess if you're trying to find a new job, or you're trying to just have some fun with algorithms, LeetWhale, what's poppin'? The classic long man, I know. I can't believe long man gets me. Even after getting me so many times. It's like I don't learn my lessons, man. Oh, I was worried that this was gonna be too slow. Alright. Feel pretty bad about that wrong submission because of the long Alright, count subarrays with even odd ratio, part 1. You're given an integer array nums and two integers a and b. For a subarray, let x be the number of even elements, y be the number of odd elements. The ratio of even to odd elements in a subarray is defined as x over y, where ratios are compared by their exact rational values. A subarray is considered valid if there are more than 0 y's and x over y is less than equal to a over b. Return the number of valid subarrays in nums. Alright, so let's see, 1000. Are they looking for an n squared? I guess if it's n squared, it's not so bad. But it's a part 1. That means there's a part 2 coming with 10 to the 5th, man. So should I think about how to do this optimally right off the bat? Or who cares? Just implement n squared and try and get to the next one. Alright, so I'm just counting odds and evens and then counting to make sure like the ratios are good. Alright, is this like a GCD contest, man? Or something. Anyways, I can evaluate those as doubles maybe. Should I do that? Not sure. I'm not sure yet. Let me just continue counting evens and odds. So if it's mod 2, this is odds. Right? And then I don't know if this is a good idea, but I'm gonna do it anyways. So they want evens over odds. And I guess this ratio, we only need to calculate one time. So if it's, yeah. So if it's less than equal to uncertain if this double thing is gonna work. Thinking if I should do some type of multiplication or whatever instead. But let's see. It's not looking good so far. Because, yeah, it's not looking good at all. Odds and evens. Alright, let me see what I'm going wrong, man. So many people solved it. Can't be that bad. Sir Lord Good, what's happening? Do you feel like you're improving at LeetCode? No, man. I haven't really tried to improve though in some time, I'd say. Right now I just kind of practice. I don't know why I practice. Just to maintain and I suppose as like a hobby. But I haven't trained to like compete in a long time, you know. I'm not LeetCoding, but I'm chilling. Kettle Bear, what's happening? I think if I trained with more purpose, perhaps I would be improving, but I'm just out here doing it for fun, man. Alright, how the heck did this thing Oh, wait, wait. It says also y has to be greater than 0. So which one is y, man? Y is the odd elements. Oh, wait, I guess... maybe I should check that first. Anyways, what am I doing wrong, man? Let me think. Vikram, what's happening from India? Welcome to the party. Alright. I have a feeling, man, that I gotta use some type of GCD. Kosen, thank you very much for the follow. Alright, let me redo this part. So even count. So the ratio is 3 to 2. And we just want to make sure these ratios are good. So can we use like cross multiplication? So if we have 3 over 2, and let's say our count is like, I don't know, 2 over 2. How would you do that, man? Do you like multiply? Oh yeah, you do the... Well, this is a bad example because they both... Alright, let's say it was like 1 out of 1. Then if we cross multiplied, then this would be 3. What do we want? 1 less than equal to? Or we want greater than, I guess. 3 greater than 2. So then this would be alright. You have a small typo that's making a big difference. What'd I do? Is it a typo, man? Because sometimes I feel like I'm tripping. So this is supposed to be... This is odd. Nums I mod 2. That's odd. Evens. A, B. Oh, you mean like double A? Is that wrong? Does that do something? Wait, am I using I? Oh, right. Yeah, I see now that you pointed out, man. So maybe that was the problem, and I don't need to do all this cross multiplication junk. But let's say we do that anyways, because it's supposed to be better to not compare doubles. Let me take out this thing, and I'm gonna be like long cur ratio or cur val or something. So which one is the divisor? It's the odds. So we gotta multiply A times the odds. And then we gotta multiply the evens by B. Wait, can I do this, man? Maybe I should put it back how it was now that we found that little bug. And keep those doubles in there. Because I don't know what's happening now. 6? But it's supposed to be 0. Oh, I have these mixed up. They're like called the wrong thing. I think, at least. Yeah, 7. Let's see. Uh-oh. This one is not right. Alright, but it's a little better because this one is right. Case 2 is not right. Great problem. Nice possibilities. Yeah, I think we'll see. Shiv SS, what's happening? Where's your buddy, man? What you talking about? Welcome. Alright, why is this one not working? Is it because I don't do that thing where the odds are greater than 0? There, no. Odds are... This is actually the curve out. Let me just fix it now. This is the check. Am I messing up? Clearly I am. Piyush. Oh, what's happened? I missed the other message. I'm watching your VOD from Widest Fence. Yeah, that problem was tough, man. Wait. Yeah, I'm just gonna submit, man. What was I looking at? I don't even know. Chris, brother? What do you mean? Where's no condom, Chris? Who knows? Resend skirts. What's happening? You consider trapping rainwater an easy problem. Is it easy? I wouldn't call it easy, man. I'd say it's, in today's standards, I'd say it's a medium problem, but it's a medium problem that you should know how to do. I'd say, but knowing how to do it and being able to solve it, like, without having seen the problem before, are two different things, I think, for that one. Like, I remember when I first saw it, I thought it was really difficult, but once you know how to do it, it's not so bad. Before I was saying too, when you were checking, oh, when I had like mislabeled things, yeah. All right, let's see what else they got up here, man. Next problem. Q3, hold on. Sudip, what's happening? I'm new to DSA. I know and understand each algorithms, but when I try to code, I hit rock bottom. Hey, that is actually, as bad as it sounds, it's a good thing, in my opinion. If you can understand, like, logically how the algorithm's supposed to work, but you're having trouble to implement it, it means that you just need some more practice. And I think it's a lot better problem to have than not being able to understand the logic behind the algorithm. And maybe, well, I don't know if you don't understand it, if you can implement it, but I think having trouble implementing it is, it means all you got to do is sit down and practice implementing it 10 times in a row or 10 days straight or something, you know, and it will get easier. So don't you worry. You're just a few hours away from being able to implement that without even thinking. All right, Q3, count of unfinished tasks after each shift. You're given two integer arrays, tasks and shifts. Tasks I represents the time required to complete the ith task. Shifts J represents the amount of time available during the jth shift. The task must be processed in order from left to right. Carryover. Wait, what? What is carryover? Carryover, if a task is not completed during a shift, processing continues from the same point in that task during the next shift. Restart. If all tasks are completed during a shift, the shift ends immediately. Any unused time in that shift is discarded, and the next shift begins again from task 0. A task is unfinished if it has not been fully completed. This includes a task that is currently in progress. Return an integer array ants where ants j is the number of unfinished tasks immediately after the jth shift. Let's look at the example. Bunch of tasks and a bunch of shifts. Amount of time and the time required. All right. I see. Oh, is this easy? I don't know. What's going through my head? Let's try and think. I'm thinking to look 10 to the 5th tasks and shifts. So we process the task from left to right. So that means the first task only takes 1 time, but this whole shift, we gotta use the whole shift. So the task is completed during the shift. Owl Men's, thank you very much for the follow. All right, so this one task finished in this long ass shift. Then we go on to the next task. Begins again from task 0. What does that mean? Oh, I see, I think. I think I see. So 1, and then we move on to the next task. Now we took up 5 time, and we finished all these tasks. And we use up the 9 seconds or whatever, 9 units of time. So after we did shift 1, or the first shift, there are no tasks that are unfinished. Right? And then we move on to the next shift. And we do, I see. All right, so that means I don't think that we can just keep iterating over the tasks for the shifts. I feel like we need some sort of prefix sums, because maybe prefix sums and binary search to see where you'll end up. Like, let me try and gather my thoughts, but that's the first thing popping into my mind, is how can I use prefix sums and maybe binary search. I'm not sure about that part yet, but prefix sum seems relevant because I think what we're trying to do is calculate, we're trying to find the sum of some subarray that is equal to some shift time, you know. David Huffman from YouTube, what's poppin', man? So let's try and map this out. After this shift finishes, that means the 2 tasks are these 2 tasks, and then after this shift finishes, all right, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to draw out my prefix sums for these tasks. So the task is 144. The prefix sums would be like that. Starts at 0, and then it's just the running sum. So 1, and then 1 plus 4 is 5. 5 plus 4 is 9. I guess we start at the beginning, and then now the shift is 9. So we're looking for this plus 9. Maybe it's like a lower bound. Yeah, we're looking for a lower bound on 9 in this prefix sums array, and then we find it. And then we can calculate like how many elements left after you complete that task. And then like what happens? Then we do 1, so we're doing a lower bound on 1 in this, and then we find this, so we know that we can complete 1 task, so there's like 2 more left. Woolly Debugger, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome. Alright, this is the interesting part for me, is how do we do this part when we're in the middle, like we're like somewhere in the tasks array. So I guess we're looking for the current index plus the task that we're at. So that we're like doing a lower bound on 5. Then we get that. And then that's how many tasks. Alright, so if let's see, if all tasks are completed during a shift, the shift ends immediately. Okay. Okay. So if this number that we're binary searching is larger than this thing, then the answer. All right, let me just implement, man. I think that's how we solve this one. So what I say I'm gonna do, I'm gonna make the prefix sums array. Let me check the limits. So it's 10 to the 5th and 1 billion for the task. So that means that we will overflow if we use ints. So I'm gonna use a long for our prefix sums, and then a long for our running sum. And then I guess we just iterate over the tasks, add the sum, and then push that back into our prefix sums. Man, I'm not sure how to do this, TBH. But let's keep I as 0, that's our position in our tasks. I'm gonna probably make a typo, man, because I'm using I's and J's. So the tasks is equal to the shifts, or are they different? They are different. So what's the answer? The answer is the size of the shifts. So this should be M, and this should be M. And then what am I trying to do here, man? I guess this is going through each task. No, this is going through each shift. So this is our, I'm gonna just call this current task. Obes from Twitch, what's poppin'? How you doing? Answer is 42. Man, I keep seeing that my whole life, but I've never seen whatever movie or book that's from. So I don't even know what that means, man. Alright, we're trying to do some type of prefix sum. So our target is like, what's our target? Prefix sums I plus tasks J. No, this is current tasks I. You know, if I had just heard it, hey, you been using that phrase, you didn't even watch the movie, man. Yeah, I guess. So if that's our target, and then I want to do a lower bound. Once we get that lower bound, then we can tell how many elements. But how are we going to do that? So we find this, and it would be the size of what's that, n? I don't know. This is like off by one territory for me. Can I do this? No. Can I do that? I'm not sure. We're about to find out, man. Oh, I didn't even put the target here. What are they talking about, man? Yeah, I guess I didn't even move this thing. So why is, wait, I don't understand why this is tripping right now. Could it be because, oh, I see why. So I guess we can say like we gotta reset this. Let's see how that works, man. No, I gotta figure that part out. Coding with strangers. What's poppin', man? How you doing? The majestic main man, Midnight Simon. What an introduction. Thank you very much, Coding with Strangers. How you been? What's going on? Oh, what you been up to, man? I keep seeing you do some co-working streams these days, or what else? You been vibe coding a lot? All right, how are we gonna solve this though? And why am I like, why is it tripping right here? It must be current tasks is going out of bounds, or I guess this should be long, but I don't think that's a problem yet. Hey, boss scans, what's happening? Can we share our reasonings, or you prefer not? Usually I like to attempt the problem, but I think, well, I've already thought about this problem. I'm not sure if it's gonna work, but if you want to share your reasoning, go for it, man. Chillin', man. I got a job now. People get to join me at work. Very nice. Been doing a lot more content creation on YouTube. Hey, I gotta do that, but YouTube for me is so much more difficult to do than like just turning the camera on and going live on Twitch. I guess I'm just used to Twitch, like live streaming over making videos. I'm still not very comfortable making like videos like that, man. But I know I gotta do it. All right. Line 9. What am I? Why is it tripping? Let's see. Let's see why it's tripping. So it just, oh, I have them wrong, man. That's supposed to be shifts J, man. That's the problem right there. But man, shit, this ain't right. This ain't right at all. 0. Maybe this is off by 1, perhaps. Let me try that. No, it's not. Alright, I think we gotta do this a little bit differently. Maybe I can do... Okay, that's... How many positions? And then tasks left would be like n minus that. Let's see. No. I gotta think. I have an off by 1, I think, somewhere. I gotta look into it more. It's a process for sure, but like editing and telling stories. Yeah, I think that's what I don't like. I don't like the editing part though. So it's like it takes up too much effort. I thought about taking each shift index minus the current task value, and the result must be equal or bigger than 0 to proceed. But how to implement it and if it's a good way, I have no idea. Wait, I'm not sure what you're trying to say. I gotta think about that. But before I try and think about that, I don't want to lose where my brain was on my thing here. So let me just see something. Alright, so in our prefix sums, if we got here, this would mean our tasks completed. So that should be maybe like a -1 here. But then now, three. How is it gonna get 3? All right, let's step through it, man. So we got, this is our prefix sums. The first one, it like 0 plus 9. The target is 9. We find 9, exactly 9. And then we get all 4 elements. So this task complete should be, this should be 4 minus 1, which is 3. 3 tasks complete. Yes, that looks nice. And then we reset task, current task to back to 0. And then we go to the next shift, and then we're looking for 1, and yes, we find 1 exactly. So task completed, it's gonna be, oh, I see. I think I see at least. So we'll say 3. So, all right, if we get to the 9, that's it. We've completed everything. This should be 2, so maybe I just gotta let me think here. 'Cause if we just did this, that's the position. What if we said what are we trying to say? I forget what I was trying to do here. Oh, yeah. Can I do it like that? Hey, maybe this is actually some bad math or off by 1 math. I feel like my implementation skills are very bad right now. So it works sometimes, but then some of the times it's off by 1. Is it because let me think a little bit more how we're gonna deal with this. All right, we have the lower bound is trying to find the number, the first element that is greater than or equal to. Oh, hold up. This is a bug, but I don't know if it affects it. Because we're not searching the whole thing, we're searching from where we're at to the end. All right, shit, I don't know what to do, man. I don't know. How do you solve the off by 1 bug that I have? Can't see it. Maybe I should look at some other. All right, so case 3 looks all right. This one, I wonder if I should look at example 2 or just keep sticking with this one here. Shiv Sar Wade, message retracted. Need 2 loops. Wait, hold on. 2 loops. I don't know if we can afford to do 2 loops. But iterating. All right, we're iterating through. All right, I'm just gonna put some couts, man. I think that's what we need right now. As much as I always try and not put couts, you know, it's time. This should give the position, the index of that thing. Maybe I should also print J. All right, so at J equals 1, Alright, this is our... Oh. Look at that. Position 4. That's interesting. I had trouble with the implementation of this problem. Dang, if LeetCode had trouble, I guess I don't feel too bad that I'm having trouble right now. Hey, is lower bound what I'm thinking it is? Because, all right, I gotta do my target as well. I think the idea that I got is okay, but I think my implementation is not great. So the target is 9. So then why is it at the end? Am I going crazy, man? I think I'm going crazy. Steven Sagaball says, so I found out that ex-friend sold a gift I gave his wife. I'm kind of trigger valid or not? Steven Sagaball, what are you talking about? Abdullah, bro. What's that? What's happened, bro? All right, 032, 021. So the first one finishes okay. Then it comes in, and we're at index 1. So we completed that task. Man, you know what the bug is? I'm pushing back X and I'm not pushing back sum, man. I spent so much time on this garbage. Come on, man. How am I gonna do that? But now I think it's off by 1 properly, you know. Well, now it's like messed up. But that was a bug for sure. So maybe like all this stuff. Is that right? It's definitely not right, but I'm gonna see what it's gonna do anyways. Maybe this is just -1 now. Alright, so that output is there. Nah, I got some other bugs. I'm gonna find these bugs, man. It was a Lego set of a cat, but the thing is that cat held a lot of emotional significance for me, and now I'm freaking out that some stranger has it. Represents like the darkest time in my life. Oh yeah, why are you giving emotionally significant items to someone else's wife? That is a good question. Pewsh, what's happened? Prefix sum, binary search, 2 problems and 2 contests back to back. Oh yeah, I don't know. All right, I don't remember what the last one was, but we gotta find my bug. Let's look at example 2. All right, let me write these things down. So these are shifts, these are tasks. The prefix sums for the tasks would be like that. So at the first, wait, why is it -1, man? That ain't right. The first one we should finish. So, all right. Jeez. Maybe we can say for sure, like, if this is at the end, then, you know, I'm gonna just put this thing back. That's there, and we should reset the task I at 0. Right? Oh, you know what else is bad too, man? This thing, maybe this is wrong where I'm adding what's in the prefix sum, because the target, let me think. Yeah, I think this might be okay, man. Wait, I see y'all talking about stuff, but I gotta solve this problem. This is Q3. And I just forgot what I was trying to do, man. I just put this thing in, right? And I want to continue here. Alright, so that 0 comes in. Alright, but then now at index 1, we're here. So we have 4 time left. So 0 plus 4, we should get this on our prefix sums, and then task left. But man, let me see. So we get task left is 2. Oh, you know what? I don't ever move. Yeah, I think this is a problem where I don't set this thing. My implementation is just sloppy, man. All right, 020, 202, and then oh, I messed that one up. All right, we gotta solve it. What are y'all saying? When you gave the gift, don't attach yourselves to it, because many times people don't care what we give them. Simple gift or emotion. Yeah, maybe. Did you ever gift your ex-friend cat Lego set? Maybe he jelly. Yeah, maybe. I don't care. Tell me I won't give it to him. Yeah. Hey, you're not gonna give a gift to somebody and they're gonna tell you they don't care about it. I don't think anyone would ever do that, man. They're just gonna take the gift, and even if they don't care, they'll take it and pretend to be grateful most of the time. That's how the world works, man. They don't want to look bad. Yeah, they're not gonna tell you it's a bad gift. Anyways, prefix is key. What? I mean, I know it's not rational, but that Lego set being with a stranger is really disturbing you. Dang, why is it triggering you so much? It's just a Lego set, you know. You could probably buy that same Lego set, right? You can just order it online somewhere. All right. What was I doing, man? I messed up example 1 now. That's what I was doing. So 0 gets to 9. I feel like, man, we gotta solve this. So 9 doesn't trigger this. That's right. But it is at the end. So the tasks left is 1 here, but that's not true, man. So this size should be 1, 2, 3, 4. This position should be 3. So the tasks left should be this. Is this minus? Man, if I do -1 here, hey, I can't figure out this off by 1, and this is triggering me. Harding, thank you very much for the follow. See, if I fix this, then I get my off by 1 elsewhere. Where's it coming from, man? We must be able to find it. Do it in JS, it will run fine. Yeah, I don't think it's a language problem that's messing me up. I think there's a bug in my logic. Valve more, this chat is strange. Sometimes it might be. Harmless David, what's happening? Good thing you moved though? Wait, who moved? Oh, Steven Sagiball. Wait, what? That is the birthday gift I got from my first girlfriend before we broke up. Yeah, why are you giving old girlfriend things to your friend's wife? That's a little sus. Anyways, that's why my ex-friend said he stopped being friends with me first time. Yeah, it seems your friend doesn't like you talking to his wife like that, man. All right. Are we gonna spend all night trying to find this bug? So where does this bug happen? What did I just change? I just changed this to a -1 here. All right, example 2. This is our prefix sums. 20, we did the whole thing, and our thing should reset to 1. So now we're doing this. Upper or lower bound on 4 should land us to 5. Oh, I see what's happening now, man. I see exactly what's happening because I'm going up to the next one. I gotta make sure that it is equal to the target. So if it's greater than the target, then I don't know, I'll bring it back down. I think this is the bug right here to bring it back down. So we got 0, 2, 1. Oh, 0, 2, 1, that's not right either. Jesus Christ, so many off by ones. But yeah, so we bring that one back down. So that means we did these two tasks. These tasks. And then, oh, you know where it might mess up? No. It might mess up right here, actually. Because we already finished that task. Alright. This is super spaghetti code, man. What am I trying to do? What am I trying to do? I'm trying to say, if we do this, then we gotta push the next position forward one. I'm gonna call this extra. This is so bad. And then now, this is real bad. 020, 021, and 202. Finally, all the examples look good. Maybe I can send it now. But man, I'm probably gonna overflow somewhere. I feel it. I already feel it. So my target, long. Prefix sums, longs, okay. Sum, long, very good. Next position. It's okay. Alright, I'm gonna just send it. See what happens. Wrong answer, man. Come on. Not even close. Let me see what you're saying. Dumpy Don, what's poppin', man? I didn't see you slip in here. How you doing? Your friend probably doesn't want you giving things like that to his wife. Yes, probably. I gave it to her through him and asked if she would like it. Alright. As a side note, I also learned that he has basically forced me to buy a card that I had gotten. He owes me $600 and never responded. I later then learned he traded away the card too for the money. Dang. A half Umbreon, what's happening? Welcome. Roxanne, welcome to the party. Alright, back to the drawing board for this dang problem. How the heck am I gonna have so many bugs in my code, man? So let's try and figure it out. I'm just gonna delete everything else except this one for now. Or not, I'm gonna leave everything there because they separate them like test case 4. So, alright, prefix sums of the tasks would be 0, 1, 2, 5, 14, 24. So the first task is 8. We do a binary search. We get 14, but it's too big, so we bring it down 1. So we're here at the 5. Yeah. And then how many tasks left? We got 2 tasks left. So now this, the next time we do something, Oh, I see. Oh, I see exactly what's happening, man. So I move on to this task. But we shouldn't actually move on to this task because I think the way I do it assumes that I've finished the current task. So maybe this extra thing isn't the move, man. Maybe the extra thing should be like this. Let's see if that does anything, man. No, it did change my answer, but not the way that I hoped it would. Man, this problem is giving me real big difficulties, even though I think I know how to solve it. I just trouble implementing, man. Deep breath. Here we go. One more time. Let's take it from the top. Let's look at our output and let's see if we can find this new bug again. So the first thing we're binary searching is for 8. We land on the 14. Let me look at my code. What do I do in that case? So if the number is greater than the target, then we bring it down. So we bring it down 1 here to back to the 5. Use binary search. Yeah, that's what I am doing. I am using binary search. Lower bound is binary search. Smoothie the cat. Do you even enjoy solving questions? Sometimes I do. Sometimes it's a bit tough. This caused me to get a really bad rank for myself. Hey, Dumpy Don. Again, what's poppin'? Who got banned? Nobody got banned. Who got banned? All right. Taking it from the top. Oh yeah, so we bring it down here. And then my next position would just be this position again. But then now my shift is here. Oh, I think I'm seeing the bug, man. People, oh, YouTube, yeah. I think it's a thing on YouTube, man. People on YouTube like to delete their messages, their live chat messages. I'm not sure why. That's what I've noticed. Sometimes people say it's because they think that this isn't a live recording or a live stream. It's like a recording. All right, so here we are. Our target here is 15. But that's not good because I wonder if this should be it's right here, man. Because we have 10 and I'm adding 5 plus 10 and I'm doing a lower bound and I'm finding 24. But the truth is that I can't even do that 14, man. I can't even finish that 14 on this shift. Oh wait, here's a big thing that I don't take into consideration. The carryover, man. Oh, I forgot. I didn't read the problem fully. So I don't even have anything to do this carryover. If a task is not completed during a shift, processing continues from the same point in that task during the next shift. This is the part that I didn't do at all. HP Royalty. What's happened? Thank you very much for the follow. You know, a picture of you holding today's journal. Maybe. Can't edit anything, so maybe they had spelling errors. Maybe. You know what helps with preventing typing errors? Oh, Type Blazer. I'm gonna send some updates for that. That's my problem. My autocorrector rocks sometimes in my mother tongue. Oh, I see. You delete messages to type it properly. Okay. I don't even know if I want to continue this problem, man. Maybe I should just look at a solution and see how you implement this cleanly, because it's getting real bad. So if a task is not completed during a shift, processing continues from the same point in that task during the next shift. So a binary search. What am I binary searching? Like in this example, we're at the 5. Oh, wait. Let's run this back, man, because we discovered something new with the problem. So our binary search on 8, we get that 14. Oh, I see what I can do. But so instead of bumping down, maybe I'll like leave leftovers. So if this is greater than the target, then maybe I won't bump it down, but instead I will Alright, either I can do leftover or I don't know which one is cleaner. So if I bump it down, then this would be like something like that. Move it down. And then when I go here, do I add that leftover? Hold on, I think I need a little mind break because I've been running in circles on this problem, and I think I finally see where my logic is breaking down. It's because I didn't take into consideration this carryover, and now either I gotta like modify all my shit code that I had before or start with a clean slate, and I'm not sure what to do yet. Harmless David says, bro, I restarted learning C++ fundamentals today. How the market looking late 20 junior devs? Junior devs, I don't know, man. I think for juniors it's a tough market, but maybe for seniors or maybe even some mids it might be a nice place. Maybe it's easy to get some offers. relatively speaking. But I don't actually know, man. I haven't been out there. But I know some people who've gotten offers recently. So it's possible, you know, especially if you have experience. I think I'm gonna just erase all this stuff and think, instead of like trying to add band-aids onto this logic, I'm just gonna start fresh. So there's still hope. Yeah, I guess so. Ashish Kumar, what's happening? How to learn recursion. Recursion is very tough, I think, for me to learn. But what made recursion click for me was trying to like draw the recursive steps, step by step, draw everything out, and you kind of see how it like branches into these parallel worlds or whatever. I don't know how to explain it, but I think drawing it out was definitely the game changer for me understanding it. I hate recursion and regex. Dang. I actually like regex. Recursion, I don't know. First, it used to be tough, but now it's still tricky, but I can see how I can like visualize the recursion, you know. But the carryover is needed in initial test cases though. How do you pass them? Maybe I just got lucky with those test cases. That's why my submission didn't go very far. We only got like 11 cases before we got to a test case that broke the carry. Today I learned WYD is meant for hookups. I've been using it for a different reason. What you been using it for, man? I don't know anything about that stuff, man. I don't know how you guys be talking to each other these days. Video thumbnail looks like Jordan Peele writing code. Hey, you're not the first person to say that. I don't know why people say I look like Jordan Peele. I don't think so. Alright, one more try for this dang problem. We only got 11 minutes left in this virtual contest. But we can't go out like that, man. Because I've seen the prefix sum binary search from early on in this problem. It's just tough to implement. Maybe I misunderstood the problem for a long time too. What about dynamic programming? Like, how do you get good at dynamic programming? I think there is probably many ways, but how I finally started to understand dynamic programming, I think learning recursion first, or at least being comfortable with recursion, helped a whole lot. And after recursion, I think being able to like brute force recursively solve a problem is helpful. And then maybe learning how to like backtrack is also helpful. To like seeing how top-down DP works. But it took me a long time, man. It's not like I just did recursion on day one, then oh yeah, let me do some backtracking on day two. Like, oh, day three, let me just learn DP real quick. Nah, it wasn't like that, man. I think it took me almost a year, or maybe more than a year, before I finally, like, DP started to click in my mind. But maybe for people who are really smart, it might take a lot less than a year. Man, what are y'all talking about? All right, here we go. One more time for Q3. So we got our prefix sums. I don't think we need to change that. I think this is where we gotta be. So first thing is I need to figure out what my target is. And I guess the target would be our current index plus our shift plus maybe task already done. So then I want to use this first example. So the first one, what was it? Let me copy it over. This is our target. So in the current task I is, I guess, 0 here plus shift, so that's 0 plus 8 plus 0. So we're up, lower bound on 8 lands us on the 14. We're gonna say 14 is greater than our target of 8. So how much left is, I guess, the diff between 5, the previous, and the current. But 8? Okay. I see. I think I see. Let's try and do that. So first things first. If this is there, that means like we've done all the tasks. There's nothing else to do. That's for sure, right? Maybe I also reset that. Second thing is, if that number is larger than our target, that means we cannot complete this task that we landed on, and we have some that's already done. And how much is already done is gonna be I guess target minus the previous. How do I say that, man? This task already done equals to, can I do IT minus 1 like that? I don't know if that works like that. Now the question I have for this is, should I bump it down here? Because if I bump it down, then next time it comes around, it's gonna be 5 plus tasks already done. That's 3. So 5 plus 3 plus 10. What's 5 plus 3 plus 10? 18. Is that, man, that doesn't seem right, you know? Let me think. I think this is where we're messing up. How disturbing is the white ass Gemini button? This thing? Why? What's so disturbing about it? So if we're here, we finished. No. Yeah. So we did these, and then we finished 3 of those. Hold on, man. I'm having a hard time trying to visualize something here. But if we're here and we did a little bit of this, That means we have 11. No, it doesn't. I'm tripping, man. Because if we did a lower bound on 18, it lead us here. But then it's gonna be like telling me that we did this task. But is it true? I guess so, because it's only 9. Yeah, so we did do it. Okay. So that is right, man. It's too much thinking for me in this problem. Alright, so what's the position here? It's gonna be... Oh, should we minus IT here instead? It's gonna be the iterator minus... I don't know what else to do. Actually, I might give up, I think. Oh yeah, I didn't even put the thing where... How many... I don't know, man. Talking about that button still? What? Is it time to bring in AI to fix my problems? Because I spent far too long trying to solve this Q3. Time is up. Been up a long time ago. How am I gonna solve this? Alright, the first one should return 0, so maybe this is telling me... this first one... 9 should be here. Tasks, so it should be at the end. Should I just put it to the next one if that happens? Oh. Maybe not. No condom, Chris. How you doing, man? Giving up is not allowed. The chosen one, 1080. What's poppin'? Oh, does it change the scenario if I had told my friends that the object held significant emotional value to you? I don't think it changes much, man. I don't think so. It's actually interesting to know how close you were with AI. In my case, it said my whole solution was wrong, though. Yeah, sometimes the AI is like, oh man, you're real close. You just needed to change this one thing, you know? I feel like I can solve this problem though. It's like I don't want to give up, but I don't want to sit here for 3 hours on one problem either, you know. All right, one more time. Uno más. So so first, let me look at the original example, which I'm not guessing correct. 144 prefix sum is 0, 1, 5, 9, and shifts. So the first shifts, first shift is, this is gonna be 9. Our target is 9. So we hit them right here at index, whatever that is. So that's our 9. So then it says this is the target. So like we don't have anything left. Ooh, interesting. Hold on. This is where I'm confusing myself. So if I go here, that means I've fully completed it. So whichever index I'm on, that means I've fully completed that index. But then if this is like at the end, should I just go to the end? Like, alright, how come if I increment my iterator here, it trips, you know? Because now it's at the end. Maybe, alright. I'm gonna change some things around, man. It's a little funky. Oh, Jesus. Dump it done. This problem I did with kind of relating to hours. Say that thing, then you fix 10 things. Talking about you're so close. What do you mean? Like using AI? I haven't used much AI when it comes to LeetCoding. Oh, I see what's happening. No, that's not true either. That's not. Oh, Jesus. This is terrible code, man. But I'm getting a little frustrated and desperate to move on with my life. Is everything off by 1? No, something is just completely wrong, maybe. I feel like we're getting a little closer, man. I'm gonna try this. Guessing some stuff. And then I'm gonna ask AI to just tell me where I'm wrong, you know? Alright, I'm about to give up, man. It's too much for me. Here we go. I'm gonna just ask the AI. What did I just press, man? What did this thing come about? Like, how do I get rid of that? That's crazy. How do I turn this off? Because there's a thing there that I can't click. Alright, guys. Here we go. I'm so sorry. It is looking real bad. Help me fix my code. Call Sam Altman. What? You were my hero? Below. What's up? What do you mean? No, I'm not, because I gave up. Yeah. Forgot, make no mistakes. You don't need to tell it anymore, man. It's so good these days. It doesn't even make mistakes, right? This one is just tough to implement, I'd say. Alright, while this goes, should I still look? Simon, do you know where I can find the best jerk chicken in the DC area? No, I don't. I've never even really been to the DC area, man. So, but you might be able to find some stuff out there. Jerk chicken. I don't even really like jerk chicken. I prefer jerk pork, but I guess I'll eat jerk chicken if I have to, you know. Alright, we're still waiting. Let's see. It says your approach is right. Prefix sums plus lower bound is exactly the intended solution. 2 bugs, one logical, one overflow. Dang, I had an overflow bug. Oh, this target is overflowing. But we didn't hit any overflows yet, but we would have. Oh, they say this is wrong. This is something I added. Alright, let's see. Oh, Mr. Love Pickle. What's happening? Fable got a 403 error on querying LeetCode. Perhaps you should link the description of the challenge within the prompts. Fable got 403 for you? For me, it pulled it up, it seems. Alright, if this is equal to the target, then exactly k tasks are done. And k is untouched. So k is already the index of the current task. And the answer is n minus k. Incrementing skips a task. So you report 1 too few. Start the next shift. 1 task too late. This shows 403. Wait, what? Where did it show that? Oh, right here. I didn't see that. Interesting. But it somehow knows, so maybe Like, it already knows the prefix sum binary search. I wonder what it did there. Alright, let's look at how they fix my code. So if it's at the end, alright, so they're keeping track of K. K seems to be like where we are, the position that we're at. Alright, so if it's at the end, we did everything. Otherwise, it's there. And then if we didn't finish that task, then we should go down one. Should I just copy it? Alright, so if K is at the end, we're finished with everything. Yeah, otherwise, I feel like it's the same thing, man. What did I do different? Well, maybe not. The problem is, alright, so it took out, so what did it do? Basically, it took these things out. It says we hit them with something here. Wait, what is N? Task size. And then they take this to be K. I don't know, man. I'm gonna just copy it. But I think I see, so we did all the tasks here. This is where we're at. And I can't even copy characters here. I don't even know how that works. Alright. Forget it. I don't even want to submit something. Maybe I'll come back to this problem another time. But I don't want to just submit the AI solution. How do you add this to a list? What a terrible performance for this problem. Add it to a list. That maybe I'll do one day. Alright, what now? What now? Even the greatest have their bad days. Nah, I got bad days all the time. Like, it seems every time I practice LeetCode these days is a bad day. Should we try yesterday's daily? Dang, hard problem? I don't know. Haven't done it? I will attempt it. Stone Game 3. Alice and Bob continue their games with piles of stones. There are several stones arranged in a row, and each stone has an associated value, which is an integer given in the array stone value. Alice and Bob take turns, with Alice starting first. On each player's turn, that player can take 1, 2, or 3 stones from the first remaining stones in the row. The score of each player is a sum of the values of the stones taken. The score of each player is 0 initially. The object of the game is to end with the highest score, and the winner is the player with the highest score, and there could be a tie. The game continues until all the stones have been taken. Assume Alice and Bob play optimally. Return Alice if Alice will win, Bob if Bob will win, or tie if they will end the game with the same score. You did great, but missed the description for too long and then lost the speed. Yeah, maybe that's a nice positive way to look at things. Happens all the time to me though. Alright, so I say we can take the first 1, 2, or 3 stones. And there's 50,000 stones. So is it just take 1, 2, or 3? Maybe. Let's try. Alright, so here we go. I'm gonna do DP, take it or leave it on 1, 2, and 3. How are we gonna implement? Let's try and figure that out. I like to do my DP top down. So here I guess we have an index I. I'm not sure what other states we might need here. But first is, I'm gonna say if we go out of bounds, return 0, because there's no more diffs. I guess this is gonna actually return a boolean whether or not Alice is gonna win. Or maybe not boolean, because there's 3 states. It's either, it's gonna return an int, 0, -1, or +1, I guess. Alright, so 3 stones. So I guess we go from 3, the current index. That's how many points we'll get up until that index. And then what do we want to return, man? I want to return the max, but it could be. Alright, so the max. So I guess in this, I forget what this pattern is called, with 2 players playing optimally. It's like min max or something. I don't know, man, but I've learned that you can add the points that you get from that move and then you subtract the next player's points. So minus DP is like subtracting the other player's points. And this is just going to return a diff of the point differential. So if this number comes back to 0, that means there was a tie. If it comes back positive, it means Alice won. And if it comes back negative, it means Bob won, I think. So here we go. We're gonna go, if we go up onto that index, we go to J+1, right? Is that what we want to do? Start from 0. I'm gonna say if this is equal to 0, return tie. Let's see. I don't even know if I finished that. Clearly I have to cache it as well, but oh, so that and j less than n. Alright, so now we cache it, I guess. So just on I think is what we need. Oh, but shit. We could technically have negatives here, man. So maybe I'll use like int min. Hopefully we can't get int min. Hopefully this is the right way to cache this problem. Let's see. I'm gonna send it. Not bad. Feels good after that terrible performance last problem, man. Feels good to come in here and do one of these. Wait, once the code is done by the AI, a human has to review it for bugs or reusability? What? Humans review code? I don't know if that's happening that much these days, man. No company is shipping code solely done by AI. They must be reviewed. Maybe vibe coders have no knowledge. I don't know, man. I guess maybe you're not supposed to ship code that hasn't been reviewed by AI, but I'm willing to bet that there's a lot of code being shipped in 2026 that is not reviewed or not properly reviewed, or whoever reviewed it just probably ran it through the AI and says, yeah, it looks good to me, man. I'm pretty sure that's going on, man. But I don't know these days. Alright, what are we gonna do next? We got a few minutes. We got like 50 minutes. Maybe I can do more random problems. Maybe I should do a random zero track from, alright, random number from, alright, our number is 1811. Let's hit up zero track. Won't pass without rocket ship emojis in line. What? What's she talking about? Hey, even before AI. Alright, I guess before AI, the code that we would review was written by someone else. So it wasn't like AI generated code landing into production without being reviewed. But I was gonna say, even before AI, man, not all the code gets reviewed that good. But that's why you're supposed to have like really good unit tests and integration tests and all those other types of tests. You should try this. Oh man, you're gonna give me an easy problem that's probably really hard? Wait, you saying I should try this instead of the zero track? Whichever 1811's out here? Alright. Surface area of 3D shapes. You're given an n by n grid where you have placed some 1 by 1 by 1 cubes. Each value, v equal grid ij, represents a tower of v cubes placed on top of cell ij. After placing these cubes, you have decided to glue any directly adjacent cubes to each other forming several irregular 3D shapes. Return the total surface area of the resulting shapes. What kind of problem is this, Elite Whale? Alright. What? I don't understand the problem. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. They say the answer is 34. Alright, 1 by 1 by 1 cubes in the grid. Okay. I see what they're saying. So this is like tower 1 cube high, 2 cubes high, 3 cubes high, 4 cubes high. We need to calculate. Oh, geez, this is a hard problem, man. It feels hard. I don't know. AI didn't change shit for us. Bad code still produce bad code, but much faster. Good coders. Oh, bad coders. Good coders still produce good code, but faster. That's all. I don't know. AI feels like it has changed a lot, man. I'm not. I'm not too sure though, but it feels like it. Wait, why you gotta do this to me? Alright, so pretty much let's try and calculate the dang surface area. So if it's just this first 1 cube. Alright, the bottom face of each shape counts. So that means that we should at least take n by n as so that's the bottom side, right? This top side, or the up, I don't know how to say, this side right here, it's gonna be n times the minimum number here, which is 1. So that's the minimum. And then plus for everyone, then it's hold on, let me think about this. So for every cell that's bigger than the minimum, then it is going to be the difference. Yeah, it's just gonna be cell val minus min. Right? That's the top. And this is actually not just the top. This is top left. This is all the sides. It's gonna be something like this. So I'm gonna just copy it. So left would be the minimum of 0 to R at 0. you know, like that. Bottom. I should rename this to underside. This one would be row r-1, like that. And then the same thing, oops, the right side. Man, this is an easy problem, they say. The right side would be c-1 to something like this, I'd say. I don't know which one is C and which one is R, but I think it's okay. And then the top side would just be another n by n. Alright, so let's try and do this. Here we go, man. Alright, so that's underside and the top side. So now we gotta do all these things. So let's see if we can do that by jeez, how am I gonna do this easily? So should I go just iterate through everything? X proof, what's happening? Are you job searching now? I'm not job searching. I'm just LeetCoding. Actually, man. Let me look at the constraints. Nah, I'm just gonna do some real janky stuff here real quick. So top side, row 0. Okay, so I'll just iterate over the columns. So it's gonna be what's it called? Grid? You're still unemployed? Yes, I am. I guess we gotta do that 2 times. So it's gonna be grid 0c minus the minimum. And then we have to add what? Basically just add that diff. And we got to do that for each side, like top left, bottom, and right. How are we gonna do that nicely? I'm just gonna hard code each section like that, man. So now I'm gonna do the left side. So row equal 0, row less than n. Should I just copy it? I'm gonna just copy and paste. And this should be R and 0. I'm gonna copy this again. So that's left. This is bottom. So this should be C. And this should be n-1 and C. n-1 and C. I should probably make functions to do this, but too lazy, man. And that's our diff. And I guess we just gotta do the right side now, man. So we go from, I guess this would be n-1 for the rightmost column. I don't know. Let's see. Come on, man. Alright, top left. And right. Did I get our 3D shapes, surface areas? N by N. 34. One, two, three, four, 8. Oh, I see. You can whip out the Excalibur draw. I think I see what's happening, man. The problem is I'm counting volume. Alright, so I'm counting surface areas here. But then I'm counting volume for these things right here, man. Dang, that's tough. So, alright, looks like we gotta compare up, down, left, right. So maybe I need some directions here. We gotta we gotta figure out. Alright, so like this 2, the amount of surface area that this contributes is 1 side to the left. This is 1 unit surface area on this side. To the bottom, it's 0 surface area because 4 is greater. And to the right sides, it's 2 and 2. So this 2 contributes 5 units of surface area. So I need these directions to go in those like 4 up, down, left, right. So here we go. -1, 0, that's up. 0, -1, that's left, right, and down. Is it easy? This should be medium, maybe. Yeah, I think this should be a medium. All right, so Jesus Christ. So in that case, maybe we don't need all this I'm just gonna delete everything here, man. Start over. Because I don't need any of that. What I can do here instead is I'm going to visit every cell. And then I'm gonna go up, down, left, right. So those are my directions, new R, new C, and I'm gonna check. So if it's out of bounds, if it goes out of bounds, then we're gonna take that whole side for the surface area, which is grid RC. If it's not out of bounds, then we're gonna take the diff, but only if the current cell at grid RC is greater than the new cell. So if it's greater, then we're gonna add that diff. And I think, how much do we add? We add the difference. And then, I think that's it, man. Let's see. Oh, Jesus. Less than 0 or greater. Why is it tripping? And it's an n by n. Why is it tripping? Oh, come on, man. Come on. Ooh, 32. Is it because of this 0-ass looking thing, man? Is it because of that 0? Like, do I have to subtract that? Okay, I see. I think so. So in this case, if I'm gonna say subtract 2 from the answer. Polygons. What's happened? Hey brother, just got here. What is happening? How are you? I'm trying to solve a easy LeetCode problem. And I'm doing good now that it's solved. I was about to get panicked because I can't solve an easy problem. But not too bad. Just a little funky with like some edge cases like this one. And I got a little bit confused with which units I was counting. I was counting volume incorrectly, and then I remembered it was surface area. Alright, Elite Whale, thank you very much for the problem, man. That was a fun problem. I think it's would I label that a medium? That was like an easy-ish medium. I don't think the coding was too hard. Oh yeah, I think the coding is hard enough to be a medium for this problem. Yeah, maybe it's a medium. Alright, should we do... Oh, we got 11:30 p.m. for me. Should we do that 18:11 now? I think I will. Which one of these 18:11s? Let's read them. Design graph with shortest path calculator. Nah, I don't want that one. Minimum flips to convert binary matrix to zero matrix. Nah, I don't want that one either. Longest non-decreasing subarray after replacing at most 1. Yeah, let's do that one. Have not solved it, not attempted it. Ooh, looks real hard, man. This is not a true 1811. This is like probably over 2000 rated, if I have to guess. Here we go. Longest non-decreasing subarray after replacing at most 1 element. Link first? Yeah. Link for everybody. There you go. YouTube, Twitch. Alright, you are given an integer array nums. You are allowed to replace at most one element in the array with any other integer value of your choice. Return the length of the longest non-decreasing subarray that can be obtained after performing at most one replacement. An array is said to be non-decreasing if each element is greater than or equal to its previous one, if it exists. We can replace one element. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Alright, replacing this with 3 gives 1, 2, 3, 3, 2. Non-decreasing is 1, 2, 3, 3. Is this a sliding window? I'm not sure. So the best thing to replace something with would be its previous elements. So I wonder, can we binary search? If we guessed 3, we get 1, 2, 3. Then we guessed 4. I'm gonna try and binary search it, man. I don't know if that's the optimal solution, but I think it might be able to work. Where we binary search on the window size, and then we can just verify that window is valid. Let me try. But something tells me it's probably not gonna work with a 22% acceptance rate. Man, another one. Sober Spider. What's happening? Thumbnail look like Jordan Peele's skit character. Look at that. Second person today to say that, man. Yeah, it's tripping. Jordan Peele doesn't have long hair, does he? I don't think so. They are tripping, yeah. They are tripping for sure. So I'm gonna binary search on this answer. How do you do that? So if it's valid, we want to try a bigger window. So that means we got to bring up our left points. If it's not valid, we got to try a smaller window. So we bring our right point down. And then the best is whatever. And then our isValid function. How's it gonna be? Is valid. I guess we're verifying that a window of a certain size is gonna work. So let's try. I'm gonna try. What am I trying? A sliding window of a fixed size. All right. My sliding window is whack. I already know. I am Samir here. What's poppin'? How you doing? If you guys don't know about Samir, What y'all doing, man? Samir has been grinding LeetCode for quite some time. He's like a steady streamer. Hey, actually, you're not VIP out here? Or did you change your name or something? Because I am Samir here. Should have been VIP from a long time ago, man. Because this guy, it's been like, I don't even know when I first met you, Samir. But I feel like it's been years since you've been streaming LeetCode on Twitch. Maybe change your username a couple times, though. Xanar, how you doing? Anyways, follow Samir if you want more LeetCode action. Only change it once. Hey, maybe I just forgot to give the VIP, but I like to give VIPs for like people that other LeetCode streamers is what I like to do, or anyone who streams algorithms often. First VIP ever? Dang. You should have gotten it a long time ago, man. I just kind of forget to give those out sometimes. Alright. I'm trying to binary search on this problem. If you guys want to also do this problem, here's the link. How's my dang sliding window work again? Jeez. Actually, now that I'm thinking about this, I'm not sure how to implement this dang sliding window, man. I mean, it's like a fixed window, but if I got here, I'd say it's good. Then I get here. Alright. I'm gonna change my mind on this binary search. I think it's kind of funky. I think it is possible, but I don't know if I want to try and implement that. So let me think of some other stuff. If I were to grow my window and I'm allowed let me think. Alright, if at every index I put like the longest streak that ends at that index, let me see what I can come up with. So if I'm here, then this would be like 1, streak 2, streak 3. This would be a streak 1, streak 2. I guess it's kind of already how it should be. And then at every index, I can basically just add this plus like add 2 things together. So we could say we can make a streak of 4 here. I don't know yet. Let me try a few more things. So 2, 2, 2, 2. You say that answer is 5, and this streak would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1. But how would I know? No, because alright. What if this was like 7, 7, 7, 7, but then 1, 2, 3, 4. Then it would be like this. And we could change this to like 7 to get 6, right? But that's it. Like we can't do much else. So maybe this would come up to 6. It's a tough question to figure out. Yeah, maybe. Alright, let me try some things because we don't have much time left, man. I'm gonna try and make that streak thing. Alright, so I'm gonna say if nums I is greater than nums I minus 1 or greater than equal to, then increment the streak, otherwise reset the streak. I don't think what I'm doing is correct, but I'm gonna try it anyways. I'm gonna say so if this is true, then maybe nums I minus 1 plus nums I, otherwise not nums I, man, streaks. I do not know if this is gonna be right, man. I don't even know why it's tripping like that. No, if I is greater than 0, yeah. Oh, I see why it's tripping. Nah, yeah. Alright, I don't believe this is gonna be correct. Ooh, we got negatives here. Why would I say no? Oh, maybe it should be greater than equal to. Alright, few more minutes. Let me see if I can get this problem. I think it's gonna be tough to get, man. Just judging by based on like the acceptance rate. Alright, let's look at this problem. So 405. Alright, this is a little tricky. If I'm gonna say what am I trying to say? we can join these streaks. Oh, I think I have some other ideas now. I don't know if I'll be able to finish it. But this test case has given me some ideas where maybe I should be comparing the numbers to the left and to the right of a particular index to see if we can join those two streaks together. But perhaps we're gonna need streaks rising, like ascending streaks left to right, and then streaks that are strictly descending, or whatever, non-increasing, maybe right from right to left. So I think I can solve this problem, man, but we'll see. So if I had something like 2, 4, 0, and then 7, 9, 10, the streaks would be 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Like streaks going left to right. That way. Streaks going right to left would be, I guess, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1. So at this index 0, we can say that we can join this streak and this streak together, the left and the right one. So it would be 2 plus 1 plus 3, and that means we can get a streak of 6 for the whole thing. But only if we can only do that if nums here and nums there, like this number is greater than that number. That's the only way we can do it. So I'm gonna try this for the next 11 minutes. All right, that's my left to right streaks. And then I'm gonna make a right to lefts. But right to left would be it would be non-increasing. So longest, yeah, it would be non-increasing. So let's do that real quick. So we got our left to right, and let me do the right to left. So we start from n-1, we go to 0, and we're going like that. So we're gonna say if I is when I say non-increasing, so if nums I plus 1 is greater than or equal to nums I, then we can increase our streak. Otherwise, we should set it to 1. And then all right. Now, maybe we can solve it. I'm gonna say all right, if we're at the ends, then I'm not sure, man. What do we do there? Let me think. 1, 1. I guess we can add only one to the left or right. So maybe I'll separate these. I'm gonna say +1. So if we're left, oh Jesus, I'm gonna just say it's gonna be 1 plus right, 2 left. If we're at the other side, if we're at the rightmost side, then it's 1 plus left to right. Does that even make sense, man? I'm not sure if that makes sense. This is sus. But anyways, the middles the middles would be like, man, this is too hard. I think there's so many edge cases here, and I already lost my train of thought, man. But I guess if nums I minus 1 is less than nums I plus 1, then it's just like left to right, I minus 1 plus 1 plus right to left, I plus 1. I'm pretty sure I missed some cases, or some cases aren't correct, but I think this is like the gist of what you might have to do for this problem. Steven Sagiball. What kind of off-topic question are you trying to ask? And the Story Shaper. Hey, welcome. What is your favorite type of algo problem to solve? I'd have to say line sweep, because it's nice. Oh, maybe it's not +1 here, man. All right, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 2, 3. So if I'm here, left to right. Anyways, gotta be. Love the stream. Goodbye, everyone. Be safe. Harmless David, thank you very much for tuning in. We'll see you next time. I stream Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays for now. I might ramp it up soon. We'll see. All right, this one. So I'm at the end. So it's either this. I don't know what I'm doing anymore, man. Solve 96 LeetCode problems. That's a good start, man. Any tips for a beginner trying to learn DSA? Oh, dang. Almost there, but something else is wrong. My biggest tip is to keep a consistent schedule. Don't skip practice. Practice at least 10 to 15 hours a week minimum. And yeah, take your training seriously, man. I think that's the biggest tip. Maybe also try and join some community or whatever. All right, let me try and figure this part out. So I got 1, 5. Oh, so the answer is at this index. We should see. Man, how come this one didn't trigger? Oh, less than equal to. Should I submit? How much time? We got 3 minutes left before I gotta go. Invictus, thank you very much for the follow. And we got the AC, guys. Very nice. That problem was challenging, but not impossible. Ooh. I saw it, man. I saw it. But the code is real bad. There's just so many if statements, and it's super confusing. But we got it in the end. Simon 158? No, not tonight. We gotta go. We gotta go. And it's down to 156 now, man. It might be even less, or it might be more because we tried a problem Q3 that we couldn't solve. So it might be up to 157. Have you never used AI when you got stuck for an hour? I've just started to use AI when it comes to algorithms practice. Before I didn't really use it because I don't know. I haven't really been training algorithms that hard in the last few years. I've just been doing LeetCodes, but more just like to pass time, not really to get good. Like I haven't been training new problems or new techniques or focusing on my weaknesses and stuff like that. I just do it because it's kind of fun. But recently I've decided, man, I've been doing LeetCode for too long to be this bad at LeetCode. I feel for how many years I've been LeetCoding, I should be a lot better. So maybe I'm gonna try and get a little bit better. Anyways, but that's it for today's training, man. Did you go to school for SWE? I did not. I learned how to do SWE stuff from studying on my own, mostly on Twitch or wherever. I studied mechanical engineering a long time ago. Never really was a mechanical engineer though. How many years past you doing LeetCode, or are you an experienced software engineer? I've been programming since 2013. I guess my first software engineering job was probably 2021. So from 2013 to 2021, I was just like a regular developer. I never really understood crazy software engineering stuff. Like I didn't even know what the hell a binary tree was or linked list. Never seen those in my life until I started studying LeetCode and data structures and algorithms. And I started studying in 2019, and I got my first software engineering job in 2021. So that's my experience. 8 years? That's a long time. 8 years? What did I do for 8 years? Be just a regular old programmer, not knowing the science behind it. Yeah, I guess so. I'm pretty old, man. Any books that made you level up? I haven't read many books, to be honest. Was it July 2019? Your first LeetCode problem solved. Uh, July 2019, I did one LeetCode problem, but then I didn't do another one for a long time. Can you talk about the most incompetent person you worked with? Oh, Jesus. Most incompetent person. One person comes to mind, man. I don't really want to talk about it too much. But that person was an L6. No, I didn't want to say. I already said what level. I don't know if incompetent is the right word though. I think that person just didn't care, man. I think there's a big difference between like incompetency and just not caring about anything. Is that an iceberg right in front of us? No. How they get to L6? I don't know. I don't know, man. Alright, this clearly not incompetent, but sometimes you gotta wonder though, like how the heck did they get to L6? Even before your sweet days. Oh, before my sweet days. No, man, that's alright. Before Google, for sure, there's like way more incompetent people. Alright, before Google, man, there's a few incompetent people I've worked with, and lots of them got fired. They didn't last long. They lasted like a month or two at the previous job I had at the startup. First, it was just like excuses about, why the work wasn't done. First, like, oh yeah, I'm having a hard time doing this. But then they go a few days without any progress, and then, they keep making up excuses. And eventually, you figure out, man, these guys are bunk, and you just get rid of their ass. 1 month is crazy. I thought 1 month was for onboarding. Depends, man. If it's a big ass company, I think you need some time for onboarding. But if it's a small ass company with a small ass code base, you don't need a whole month to like ramp up, man. So I think it's really dependent. Before Google, I worked at a small ass company with like 5 people. Didn't ask LeetCode in interview. Nah, this company I worked at, man, they didn't give me any technical. There's no technical interview. It was just a chat with the CTO and a chat with one of the more senior people on the team. And after the chat, they just decide whether you fit the vibe or not. So if you could just talk about, your tech stack or talk about things that you built in great detail, I think you passed the vibe check there. A very angry man. Thank you very much for the follow. And Kai Tash or Kai7 Ash, thank you very much for the follow. Thanks for the stream. Keep it up. Hey, thank you. Thanks for tuning in. I don't believe in smart work because it never worked for me, so I only work hard. I think hard work is the missing piece for most people, man. I think if most people just worked hard, they would achieve almost anything they wanted. What were the excuses? Wait, bro? Bro, what, man? Welcome. Kai7 Ash? Kai Tash? Oh, no. The excuses? I don't remember. It was such a long time ago. But just BS excuses like, oh yeah, I've been trying to import this thing, but we're getting all types of weird errors and spent all night looking at this stuff, but couldn't figure it out. Can anyone help me? Or, you know, like a week later, like, come on, man. You should have been said something. Yeah, I don't have much work experience though, like working with a lot of other people. So I don't have like crazy stories about incompetence. I freelance for most of my career, and I just be solo most of the time, you know. Hey man, I'm planning to start LeetCode. How do I start? I think it starts by realizing that if you want to get a job at a big tech company, you got to do LeetCode. So once you can get over that and you start to believe that LeetCode is the path and there's no other way than to just grind it out, I think that's the best way to start, man. Just mentally prep yourself by reminding yourself this is the only way you're going to get paid if you pursue this career, kind of, if you want to work at big tech. What about most competence? The Twitch versus YouTube chat personalities are so different. Yeah, they are super different, man. Well, that's how it is. Man, I gotta go. No condom, Chris. I can't be talking about most competent. But let me think. Who has blown me away, man? I'd say anytime I talk to like a really high level, I don't know what the high levels are. L7, L8s plus, like L9s at Google. I'm like, I don't know if I'm like starstruck or the way they talk, the way they can identify problems before you even say them. Just like how familiar they are with everything and how much experience they have and insights to things that you didn't even think about. I think a lot of them that I've worked with are like very impressive with their knowledge. But there's other types of people I've worked with that aren't that crazy, but they've impressed me in other ways by like their work ethic. I think B. Becca is up there with people that have impressed me like crazy. B. Becca's work ethic. People at Google impress me for sure. When B. Becca come back, hey, B. Becca's been back here and there, but I don't know if he enjoys the streaming. I think he sees the streaming as a distraction. He doesn't need the motivation to keep up his work ethic, man. For me, I think I need the stream and stuff and like the checking in to keep me on point and to keep me going so I don't lose track. But B. Becca, man, that man is a ferocious beast. Like, he don't need no outside help to like get his mind right. He's just straight up what's that guy's name? David Goggins style, man. I haven't met many people who have that sort of discipline or that motivation as B. Becca, man. I'm worried AI is gonna take away jobs. Hey, that's a valid thing to be worried about, but what can he do? Either you can just say AI is gonna take all your jobs, so I better not work hard and just chill, then you're for sure not gonna get anything. Or you can just keep on keeping on and continue like doing what they're asking you to do and hope that it works out. Maybe you'll be in a better position if you just keep working towards the goal without straying too much. I want to see B. Becca Fitness Max. Hey, B. Becca is swole, man. B. Becca is super swole. All right. I gotta get out of here. And I'll be back on Wednesday. Wait, is today Wednesday? No, today's Monday. I gotta go though. But we don't got no LeetCoders on right now, do we? I don't think so. Where's Howling at, man? I'm just gonna go raid. Finding a job with an AI agent live. Job hunting. I guess that's sort of related to what people like here. Alright, let's hit that up. AI job hunting. Are they there? I don't even know, but I gotta go, so. Alright, everybody, thank you very much for tuning in. Did a few problems today. Not bad, but not great. I gotta go. Steven Sageball. You always be trying to come back when I'm trying to leave. Alright, Steven Sageball, Woolly Debugger, welcome to the party and thank you for tuning in, man. I'll see y'all next time. Leet Whale, No Condom Chris, Brent Arata, adios amigos. The Story Shaper from YouTube, Kai, somebody from YouTube, 999 Jelly. See you later, man. Just got here and I'm leaving. Yeah, sorry. JK Creations Nanny. I see your question, but I gotta go, man. Maybe I'll answer it next time. How do I get to know which parameters should we use in the particular problem? Practice. Sahil Route from YouTube. See you later, man. Below77. Adios. Everybody else who I missed. Spirit of Raja. Take care. Take care, everybody, man. Thank you very much for tuning in. Roxanne, see you next time. Thank you very much. And stay tuned this week. Algo Blazer coming soon.